Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I was thinking about how we talk about all kinds of matters and subjects and how we either lift them up or kind of tear them down a little bit depending upon where we're at. And there's one thing I think that is really, really wonderful in our society, in the world, that really gets its praise, undoubtedly, but at the same time, it gets a lot of negative vibes. So I was just thinking that maybe we should just spend a moment and address what we're dealing with really. We're talking about money. Now, I think you should really know the beauty of money. With money, you can do anything. Ask anybody who's got a lot of money. With money, you can travel the world, go any place you want to go by any means that are available to anyone. You can definitely go. If money will get you there, and it will, you can get there. Now, just think about your living style more domestically, not just traveling, but just kind of settled. You can live in palaces, live in mansions, and you can have, great distances of land space around you just to look beautiful and have on it whatever you want and other little shindigs that you want. I'm speaking in a language to address interest of all. And this, my friends, money can do that for you. You can own cars of various styles, and I guess I don't know too much about cars, but a lot of different cars. And everything is just fantastically beautiful. If you got kids, they got everything they need, want. They can go places that other folks can never go. They can travel the world too. They can study, even from birth, interests that others might hold for them or hope for them. With money, you can do everything you want. Food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare. And you can separate yourself from the rest of the world and on your own little private islands. If you got money, man, ain't that something? Money is a fantastic thing to have. But money is one thing else that is about money, that's so truthful about money. I guess this is why some people have to talk about money as they do. They say one thing about money: once you have it, you can never have enough. And so when you start needing more money, then where are you going to get the money from? Wherever the money is stored, wherever the money is housed, whoever holds the money is the one that has to release the money. So your gravitation of force works toward that one who has the money. Now, sometimes you just can't get the money from the money maker, so you have to come up with schemes that do other things to deceive, to exploit, and maybe take from others their cut so that you might have more. Once $1,000 was fantastic, but not again, not now. $1 million, oh, no. Multi-millions used to be, but not now. Oh, we got to have billion. Now, a billion, no way. We got to have multi-billions. And what are we working on now? The first trillionaire. And every time you go up that high, you choke the lifeblood out of so many people. Now you have deceived, you've lied, you've cheated, you've robbed, and you're willing, as the records indicate, to kill, to take what belongs to others just so it can benefit you or your interest. These kinds of things happen, ladies and gentlemen, but that's not only that. It denies other people the benefit of education, the benefit of health care. That's why in the United States of America today, the President of the United States is trying to cut off through the Congress any benefits of health care that someone else might have established to people who they figure are not worthy of it, that they don't care about. People of color, poor white folks, any and everybody, no health care. Get them out the way. See, that's the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm standing here telling you about today. I'm not just talking, it's right in front of your face. The thing of it is, what do you do about something that's this despicable? And you're looking for leadership because you don't want to do anything because you know that this evilness will kill you. And so just to live, there are you will receive a whip to beat you down like they used to beat cattle down in cattle days. You would bend your back till it was almost broken just to live, hoping one day that the power that you don't know will come and just rescue you from this. When every knee that's bent, when every head that's bowed like that indicates that you have no faith in that spiritual God. Your faith and commitment and dedication is into that whip. That's what you're afraid of. I think Trump and those guys have learned a lesson that you are bend to anything. When I say you, I'm not talking about Americans now. I'm talking about all human beings. And the only thing that will free you from that is the God. I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you ain't got God, you will give in a heartbeat. And you are presently giving in all the time, and you just don't know it. People that got God are like Jesus. People who listen and let God guide them. And they don't just sit there and wait for God to do nothing. They let God live in them, and they do what God wants done. What happens? They're the guys like Malcolm X. They're the guys like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They're the guys who stand up and say no more and mean it. And the evil of the world knows it. And send them wherever God wants them to go for being so loving. And so until you can get that kind of God, I'm not talking about that fake stuff y'all get in the church that allow you to believe that you're somebody in God's life and all you do is just sit down and receive God's blessings and don't do a darn thing about it. You breathe. That's natural. Food is required. It's natural that it's required, but something got to happen. A process got to be implemented. It got to have a process that allows the expression of compassion and all that kind of stuff to make sure that everybody gets bread. And if that's not there, there are going to be people without bread. And as long as you eating and others are not, whose side are you on? You're definitely not on God's side. And that's because you're throwing some crumbs out there to those who are not eating. That's not God. God, my friends, is everybody's eating. What did he do when he took them, had what, 5 loaves and a few fish? Hey, man, rain it. Oh, come on now. You don't even have to go that deep. It doesn't take a God to do stuff like that. That's simple. That's simple compassion. Now, I thought it's simple math, but that's simple compassion. That's simple compassion. If I eat, you eat. If we eat, they eat. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Now, only, at least the way I know it, the only way some will not eat is because of the power of evil. I know that on this earth, and I'm going to wrap it down, ladies and gentlemen, on this earth, whether God is seen or recognized or respected is determined by what the people of God on this earth are doing by the power of God. If they are not doing anything, evil will take over. And the God, fake God that they've been telling you about will join and ride on the back of evil. If evil is rampant all over your nation, it's because the people have accepted evil instead of love, instead of God. And so rather than let God live in them, they let evil live in them. So the evil of the world is all because of you. Don't come and talk about no devil, the evil in you. All this suffering, evil in you. People can't pay their bills, evil in America and the rest of the world. People who don't have health care, evil in you. People who are missing all the things that you got and you're glad you got, and they might need and maybe want and desire but can't. That's the evil in you. That ain't God in you. That's the evil in you. Evil in you. I just want you to know the evil in you. So yes, money is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The only thing that it does, ladies and gentlemen, is try to trick you to think that it will give for you everything that love will give for you, but it won't. It'll do it for some, and the rest of you got to pay the price. Only one can give it to you like that. That's evil. If you want the real thing, you got to get it from God. And who makes it? God. How? Through you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.